Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, my name is Wan Muhammad Nuruddin Rabbani Duan Fakri, and today we would like to discuss about Syarikat Beras Nasional Bernas. This discussion will consist 40 members, which is including me and also Syafiqa Roziana, Nurdini, and lastly Anis Adila. Okay, what is Bernas? First of all, before we go deep into discussion, we must know what is Bernas. Okay. Bernas was transformed from Lembaga Padi dan Beras Negara (LPN) in July 1994. LPN was established to control paddy in Malaysia. Government established LPN as a gatekeeper for food security in Malaysia. Purpose of Bernas is to protect the right of farmer and also to control price in Malaysia. Okay, for answering question number 1, is it Bernas is a monopoly company or not? After the discussion with my fellow team member, we conclude Bernas is a monopoly company. However, on 2018, NGO pushed the government to open up the paddy industry to the other company. If this happened, Bernas is no more a monopoly company in the beginning of 2021. For us, if this monopoly system can protect the citizen from food crisis, why would we change the system? If not, why we fix? Okay, first of all, I would like to proceed our discussion with first panelist, which is Nurdini. She will explain and say the issue about warehousing and distribution of Bernas. Please proceed.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurdini binti Muhammad Nasir. Today I will discuss about the problem of warehouse and the distribution. So the first problem of warehouse. As we know, Bernas has warehouse around Malaysia, which are 11 in Peninsular Malaysia, 9 in Sabah and 3 in Sarawak. So the problem that we found is the rice smuggling activity. This will cause the rice storage stock in the warehouse to be unsuccessful due to ongoing rice smuggling. It also not be sold and it will affect the quality of the store rice. Second, Bernas are less efficiency and productivity in their milling operation and their distribution activity, which are including a low in their rice mill, seed plant and their warehouse. Third, Bernas also poor in their facilities, such as less of using machine and the advanced technology. The second problem is the distribution. At this, we found that in the beginning of the incorporation, Bernas lacked source of raw material, which are the supply of rice, market knowledge, distribution network and the marketing arms. Besides that, Bernas also lack of supply chain integration in Malaysia. Other than this, Bernas also lack of transparency in distributing rice to favor certain wholesaler by selling rice to subsidiary companies at the cheaper rate compared to the other wholesaler.
Great explanation from Nurdini, our first panelist. We proceed with the second panelist, which is Anis Adila. She will explain about the processing and importation of the Bernas. First of all, she will say or discuss about the issue what Bernas face it.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nur Anis Adila binti Kasti, and today I would like to explain about the problem of processing of paddy. So the first problem is climate change. Processing of paddy is affected by environmental changes such as climate change. Climate change impact the processing of crops in Bernas, which are damaged in infrastructure, affecting food prices and increased reliance on food aid import. Bernas revealed that processing of paddy and yield changes may be due to reduction in the water for irrigation, loss of land due to sea level rise and salinization, and also risk of weed, insect and diseases could increase. The impact of climate change due to increase in temperature and carbon dioxide of processing of paddy will give adverse implications on economic growth in Malaysia. So the second problem of processing of paddy is resource scarcity. Bernas revealed that the reduction in the paddy area expanded due to the conversion of paddy area to other agriculture and non-agriculture activities. At national level, the processing of paddy can only strictly accommodate its own needs. So, next is importation of paddy. The problem of importation of paddy is production or supply shortfall, which is left shift of supply curve. One of the main reasons for a shortfall of supply or problems on importation of paddy is harvest that is settled by diseases, pests, and climate change. Natural disasters like flood that destroy the crops, cash crop like fruits or vegetables that farmers are convinced that brings faster and better returns. So the next problems of importation of paddy is demand surge, which is right shift of demand curve. When crude oil prices are ballooning, the crude oil importing country shifts to use biofuel, which is made from edible oil like crude palm oil, which is CPO, soybean, sugar, and wheat, causing increased demand of this crop.
Okay, for the last and our last panelist, we'll discuss about the pricing and marketing. Can proceed, Shafika.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Shafika Rosena and I will discuss about the problem of pricing and marketing. First of all is the problem of pricing. In previous 1980, the issue that identified which is the price of the rice in the market are uncertainty, which means sometimes cheap and sometimes expensive. This pricing causing when the wholesaler buy from the farmer with the cheap price and sell to the retailer with the highest price. So this is giving a big impact to the farmer, which is causing the reducing of income, but the farmer need to cover all the cost production. In additional observation, they face a problem that the millers sell lowest quality of the rice with the highest price, but the retailer need to sell to the customer with the price ceiling setting by the government. Next, for the problem of marketing that identified in the Bernas is lack of marketing information. This problem faced by the farmer, which means the farmer are lack of marketing strategy, which means they have a rice crop but they don't know how to market the rice until causing a damage and reducing their income. Besides that, Bernas need to compete with other rice brand. They will compete to other brand of rice who maybe is already an option by the consumer. There was lack of information how they set a target market both of country and also abroad.
Okay, after you explain about the issue of the warehouse and distribution, what is your solution for this matter that you can give to the Bernas and solve it? Explain it.
So the solution for the warehouse, firstly, the government and the various agencies need to continuously increase their effort to curtail the problem of rice smuggling. Besides, they also need to further tighten of the border of Malaysia and Thailand, which can also prevent and reduce the smuggling of the rice in this country. Second, they also need to do the various of projects such as invested heavily in training and development of its staff at all levels. From this, it can improve their efficiency and productivity. Lastly, Bernas need to enhance its facility and infrastructure concerning its storage and stockpile management. Bernas also need to use the advanced technology. Next, the solution for the distribution. In this, Bernas need to identify the several strategy directions such as link and manage the rice supply chain to enter the vertical integration of the core business from seed to shelf. Besides, Bernas need to value add the supply chain with other food products, which are to strengthen the distribution network through branding strategy and logistic enhancement, and to cater for the distribution of other food products. Lastly, Bernas need to improve their warehouse and their transportation. Moreover, the government need to urge to review policy that may hinder smooth logistics of the paddy. More liberal policy that promotes competition of the rice miller without restriction of state border is required.
Okay, after you explain about the issue of the processing and importation of the Bernas, I would like to ask you about the solution you can give to the Bernas that the Bernas will using it for uh, solving the problem. You can explain a little bit about the processing and importation about that.
The solution of processing of paddy. The first solution is green revolution to increase paddy productivity agenda. Bernas need a transformation plan for research and development, which is R&D, to outbreak the green revolution innovation in paddy and rice industry. The continuous support of funding and productivity target to produce new yielding varieties that could sustain the target level in rice under a changing environments and climate change. So, the next solution is approach to ensuring the nation's paddy supply. To ensure an adequate supply of paddy, Bernas should maintain and meet the processing of paddy requirements. This is to improve and to ensure more strategic management and cost effective. Bernas also should ensure that processing of paddy could be increased by upgrading the existing infrastructure to improve the productivity of paddy. The solution of importation of paddy. So the first solution is improve supply reliability to meet market demands. Key success factors of forming supply chains are first, focusing on specific partnership, products and markets, building open successful partnership, and building flexible organizations that meet the specific needs of each partnership. The second solution is improve logistic management. Why there is lack of supply chain integration in Malaysia? Due to limited capital, the farmers under Bernas have to share the usage of harvesters, causing longer time is needed to harvest. Therefore, cut the lead times from farm to mill will reduce post-harvest losses.
Okay, you explaining about the issue of the pricing and marketing. You can give a solution about that issue about the pricing and marketing. I think pricing and marketing is very common solution for others brand also. Please suggest your solution.
So, the solution for the pricing is handled by the government. In 2014, the government had been announced the increase of the minimum paddy purchase price. In order to achieve price stability, the major instrument apply guaranteed minimum price for paddy at the farm and apply the price ceiling in the retail level. Price ceiling means that wholesaler and retailer cannot sell the rice then the price was setting by the government. Besides that, Bernas also responsible for managing the delivery of the price subsidy scheme, which is scheme subsidi harga padi to all registered paddy farmer. Regarding to this effort is to protect the farmer from the word price, reducing the cost production and also increase the income of farmer. Next solution for the marketing problem is Bernas is one of organization given a responsibility to do a strategy of marketing to help the farmer. By attract farmer to sell their product to Bernas is one of marketing strategy have been applied. The marketing strategy which being used is enter the village, which giving explanation and incentive to the farmer. Helps the other method to encourage them to sell paddy to the Bernas. The number of farmers that involved in this research is 110 as they are the Bernas target to practice marketing strategy activities. Besides that, the marketing channel that can implement, which is by using a marketing media social. As we know, social media one of the media that close to public. Half of the world population using social media platform. By using this social media, it will help to growing brand awareness and will make it easy to spread the word about Bernas brand.